Today's video topic is, what is the Shema, or the Shema? What is that? Okay, if you've ever been around a Jewish person or even looked at anything in their home, you would notice something probably on a plaque, something probably in a picture frame, or jewelry they have on. It may say Shema, or it may have some writing in Hebrew. Okay, what that most likely is the Shema, or the Shema. People call it either way, but technically it's Shema. But it is a passage of Scripture. It's a title to a passage of Scripture in Deuteronomy, and the name comes from Deuteronomy 6:4, where it says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord." But in Hebrew it says, "Shema Yisrael, ADONAI ELOHEINU, ADONAI ECHAD." And what that means is what we said in English. But it goes beyond that. It goes down into verse 5 and all the way down into verse 9. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy soul, and all thy mind. Okay, all thy might. And it basically talks about this is the supreme commandment. This is the thing that must be taught every day, every evening, in the morning, when you get out of the bed, when you get back in the bed, when you're sitting with your children talking, when you're walking, all the time. This commandment must be taught and adhered to, and it is the chief of all commandments. I think some of you will remember when Jesus was asked, "What is the greatest commandment?" He quoted the Shema. He quoted the Shema verbatim, and "Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God is one Lord, and thou shalt love the Lord with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might." Okay, so that is what the Shema is. It's a wonderful thing. Unfortunately, a lot of Gentiles have never heard that and neglect it, but it was something that was important, and it still is important. Obviously, the Lord said it was the most important thing, and He said the second commandment, of great importance, was to love your neighbor as yourself. And, of course, He's pulling that from another passage, but that was His response to what is the greatest commandment. And He said, upon those two commandments hang all the law, all the prophets. Everything that was written down was hung on the pillars of love the Lord thy God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself.